I have finally realized that Real Madrid has not been broken. They have just been missing 2 key pieces. And once you see this, you'll realize the fix was right under our noses. The fix is simple. We have the players under disposal. We don't have to buy players to fix this team. We don't have to sacrifice Kylian Mbappe in order for this team to work. But there is one player that has to be sacrificed. Later on in the video, we are going to get to that. I now want to big up the 2 players that I think are changing the whole trajectory of this Real Madrid team. And the first one is going to be the hat-trick hero, Gonzalo Garcia. The story of Gonzalo Garcia is beautiful in itself. You know, the young boy from Madrid, supporting Madrid from a young age, going up through the academies and then finally getting the opportunity to start for Real Madrid. And when he's been given a full opportunity this season, he has always delivered. I'm not talking about the 15 minutes off the bench, 5 minutes, those gimme minutes that nobody cares about. This was the first match that we have put all our trust in Gonzalo Garcia to perform over Kylian Mbappe or outshine everybody on the pitch, which he actually did. And I think this is just logical thinking, because Kylian Mbappe is not a striker. I don't think this is a problem of Kylian Mbappe or Vinicius Jr. or even Rodrigo or even the midfield. The midfield and the wingers need to have a proper number 9. And that is what Gonzalo showed against Real Betis. You know what he showed, actually? I'm going to tell you. Real Betis gave us an easy free kick in the first half. But who is smart enough and has the striker IQ, the smell for blood? You know, these strikers like Cavani, Van Persie, they had the smell. Van Nistelrooy, they all had the ability to smell out the space where the ball will be and how they finish the chance. That's what Gonzalo did for the first goal. Now, the second goal, my brother, that is just brilliance. That is brilliance. Not only he is a good IQ player-wise. He's a smart striker. He has been in that position his whole life. But that doesn't mean anything if you want to be a Real Madrid player, if you don't have talent. And let me tell you guys, Gonzalo Garcia has the talent. He has the ability to get much, much better as well. His finishing with his both feet, heading, he has everything. The only thing that he needs is opportunity. And that's what he has been finally given by this man, which is kind of crazy. This is a photo from like 2011, something like that, where Xabi Alonso is taking a picture with Gonzalo Garcia as a kid. And now he is scoring a hat-trick at the Santiago Bernabeu. And my point still stands. This is not a problem of Kylian Mbappe not being in the team. This is just a simple solution of actually playing players where they are supposed to be played. Just look at Jude Bellingham, for example, in that game. He was the kind of midfielder that did everything on the pitch. He was a 10. He also did his recoveries as an 8. And he could pick up the ball as a 6. And that's what Jude Bellingham is. And that is my issue with this manager and the club as well, who keep misprofiling players. Keep Arda Güler as a 10. Don't try to force this gimmick of playing him as an 8. Look at Arda Güler once again when he came on. Again, when he comes on as a 10, he is picking up that, the pockets in the middle. And when he needs to, he goes into the sides. And then he assists Gonzalo Garcia for the third goal. And that is the biggest and the simplest of fixes in this team. Stop misprofiling players. And that's why this Mbappe injury is a blessing in disguise. Kylian Mbappe getting injured for 3 weeks is a blessing in disguise. And now in hindsight, I can say is the best thing that could have happened to Real Madrid. Because there is another problem at Real Madrid, other than Kylian Mbappe, of course. And that's his left-wing enemy, as some would say, Vinicius Jr. And I think this is where the fix comes. Vinicius Jr. has to be sold or benched by Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. cannot keep starting. I'm sorry, guys. Even though he didn't have the worst of performances against Real Betis, he once again falls down in the pecking order in the most impressive players from that performance. Gonzalo Garcia was better. Kamavinga was better. Jude Bellingham was better. Rodrigo was better. I mean, how much longer can we keep waiting for this guy to actually find his form again? That illustrious form that he had in that Ballon d'Or 2023-24 season. I don't think it's coming anytime soon, because this guy has ability on ability on ability. This guy was cooking everybody in the Champions League when he was 20 to 22 years old. So the ability is there. We know it. The potential is there. But his mentality is finished. Is finito. As Dave would say, nada. It's not there. He's playing like a zero right now. And I'm being just honest. I like Vinny. Bro, I love him as a player. I always said, give him the most time we can. Give him the time. Give him the time. You know, maybe it's Mbappe last season. But come on, this season again. And you are once again coming on as a player that needs to perform, needs to score goals. And you are letting Gonzalo Garcia, a kid, outperform you. And it's okay. I'm saying you had a great performance in that game, in my opinion. But you come off and you are still talking. And after the game ends, we win 5-1. And you don't even go clap the fans. You need to be desperate for the fans. Not be arrogant and go down the tunnel right after the game. I don't care if it's the media making it bigger than it is. On the screen that I'm watching, it looks like that you are playing a sassy little bitch. I'm gonna be honest, guys. He looks like he doesn't want to be here. And if you don't want to be playing for Real Madrid, my guy, be my guest and leave this team. Because you are now the problem. And everybody is saying that this is not an Mbappe problem. And if you still think it is, that Mbappe should be the one that should be sitting on the bench, I am telling you for free that at the end of this video, I'm going to change your opinion with how my lineup is going to look like after Kylian Mbappe actually returns from his injury. But that's enough for now. Let's go into the second player that, in my opinion, is the most underrated midfielder in the whole world of football. And that is my boy, Eduardo Camavinga. Give me that guy every day on the pitch above any midfielder that we have. I'm gonna be honest. He's more complete than Fede. He's more complete than Jude. He's more complete than anyone in the world. As a midfielder, and people still want to say to me that he is not complete technically and that he cannot do anything attacking wise. My brother, watch him when we had the ball against Real Betis. And when we don't have the ball, you better be ready that this brother is snatching the ball from your feet. Eduardo Camavinga is defensively on the same level as the best defenders in the world. He has the best recoveries that I have ever seen from a midfielder in this generation. He is fast, he is agile, he's technically sound, he can pass the ball, he can cross the ball, he can defend, he is physical. His only weakness is not on the pitch, and that is his injuries. That's why he's second on the, fix list of Gonzalo Garcia and Kamavinga. But Kamavinga, my brother, how are you doing this after you have not been playing for 2 months? How? And you can see it here. Kamavinga offers everything, okay? And people still want to say to me that Kamavinga is just an okay midfielder. And if you think Kamavinga is okay, stop watching the game. If Kamavinga wasn't injured this season, he would be top 3 midfielders in the world. And I don't care. If Kamavinga adds something, even a slight something to his game that will make him stand out even more, Kamavinga will be in the team of the year this season or the next year. That is my hot take. You can call me whatever you want. Kamavinga is officially my favorite player, and I have said this from the start of the season. He is my favorite midfielder in this team. He embodies what I need in a Real Madrid midfielder. It's all cute and nice to have Jude Bellingham who can score you those goals, who is more of a, like a monster on the pitch in big games and this and that. But you need hard workers. You need players that will do the dirty work. But also, if this is the guy that is doing your dirty work, you have something special. He is a diamond in the midfield. And do I even have to mention what Kamavinga has been doing every single time that he's been playing? Our 3 best performances this season came when Kamavinga started. From the top of my head, guys, the last game against Betis, every single time that I'm seeing Real Betis midfielder or even a winger on the ball, Kamavinga is snatching the ball back and is constantly starting attacks for Real Madrid. And the second game, we can say, Bilbao. Look at Bilbao. Look at what Kamavinga is doing in that game. And he didn't even play the 90 minutes. Kamavinga is a monster defensively. And he is so good technically that people just overlook it and say that, oh, but he's not as good as Pedri and this and that. Okay, maybe he's not as good as Pedri technically. But who cares if you're that good defensively and you can do those things technically and on the ball up to his level. Kamavinga is the most underrated midfielder and he is the most underrated player in this Real Madrid team. If he isn't injured, there is no reason Kamavinga should be on the bench. Xabi Alonso, I am saying it now. Every single game that Kamavinga is available, he should be starting for Real Madrid. And that is what is going to change this team. Because Kamavinga, Tchouaméni, and Jude Bellingham is the perfect balance. But Kamavinga is the one name I need to see on every starting lineup from now on. I have mentioned the two players that I think fix Real Madrid. I want to show you how it's actually going to work out after Kylian Mbappe gets back from injury. Because the Super Cup, all of this is going to be previewed in my next video. That's not possible, you know. Mbappe is there, injured. Vinicius is probably going to be starting at left wing. But after, what is going to happen to Real Madrid and the starting 11? So this is how the lineup would look like. Now, of course, Militao is still going to be injured after Mbappe gets back, so I didn't include him, but I would, of course, play him ahead of Raul Asensio. But it's going to be Courtois, Trent, Asensio, Huijsen, Carreras, of course. Injury-ridden defense right now, but they will get back after the Super Cup or 2 weeks after that. Kamavinga, Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham in the midfield. I have said enough about this midfield. I think it's perfect. Rodrigo, and then Gonzalo, Raul, Garcia up top. They don't have Gonzalo Garcia on this side, so that's why I included Raul, because this brother is playing like Raul in the last game. So yeah, you know who is gonna be on that left side. You just know it as well, man. Vinny, move your ass to the bench, and Kylian Mbappe will be playing left wing, and this team is gonna win the Champions League. This team is gonna win the Champions League, and if we keep performing like we did against Betis with Gonzalo Garcia firing goals and Kylian Mbappe helping him, we are going to win La Liga as well. My prediction has changed, and you can call me reactionary, whatever. But I have not seen my team play as well as they did as against Betis in about 14 months. And that is true. And you know what's crazy? We didn't even have the best defense. We had Antonio Rudiger and Raul Asensio. We had Fede Valverde as a right back, who, in my opinion, has the possibility to be starting over Trent. That is a possibility as well. But right now, I'm going to say Trent, you know, he's the right back. But Kylian Mbappe, just when you add him to that team on the left side, and if you want to tell me in the comments that Kylian Mbappe cannot play with a proper striker, please tell me what is the reason you want to tell me that. Because when he played with Giroud, he played off Giroud. When he played with Cavani, Cavani was a little sassy hoe, and he went out. And the other strikers that he has played with were complete bums. You want to tell me Choupo-Moting? Gonzalo Ramos? Don't try it with me, man. Don't try. Please. If Gonzalo Garcia plays like he did against Betis and Mbappe would have been at left bank, we may have scored 8 goals in that game. Because what is stopping Gonzalo Garcia in that game and Kylian Mbappe playing together? Who says that Kylian Mbappe cannot assist Gonzalo Garcia? Or that Gonzalo Garcia cannot play as a deeper striker when he needs to help Mbappe? See, this is my biggest problem with the Real Madrid fan base. Once something works, it has to be the player that is not starting. That's not the case in this. That's not the case. Rodrigo will still perform if Mbappe plays. Kamavinga is still gonna perform if Mbappe plays. And how do you know that Mbappe cannot work with Gonzalo Garcia? I'm sure many of you share the same opinion, but I'm telling you guys, there is many Madrid fans actually that think otherwise, that Mbappe should never start for this team again because this worked because of Mbappe. No, it worked because Gonzalo Garcia is an actual striker. He's a number 9. And he showed that he can play without or with Mbappe in that game. Because Mbappe is not doing anything in that game, have Gonzalo Garcia perform any less. And you're going to see that after Mbappe returns, because I think Xabi Alonso has the same idea as me now. And if Kamavinga, Mbappe, Gonzalo Garcia link up as this on the left side, we might as well call the Champions League right now. I'm telling you, this team has everything it needs. We have just been blind to the obvious solution. Play your players where they are supposed to be played, and you're gonna win games. I still want to big up Xabi Alonso for that performance because he set up the team perfectly, in my opinion. Even the substitutions were right. But once again, Vinicius Jr., I think you don't have your place in this team. If you prove me wrong, that's the best thing I can ask for. If you prove me wrong in this Super Cup against Atletico Madrid and possibly Barcelona in the final, I'm gonna change my mind. I can change my mind. If you start scoring, you maybe have your place right now. But as it stands, Kylian Mbappe is the best player in this team, and he is the best left winger in this team, so he should start when he gets back. Kamavinga, Gonzalo Garcia should start as well. That is the fix that Real Madrid has, and I hope after seeing this video you agree with me, and if you don't, of course, you can put it down below, and if you do, W for you. Like the video, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Peace out.